back to their origin. We didn't immediately get a cutscene.
Everyone what happened to Drake's spine, and I'm going to need Otto's help.
I guess we're gonna go talk to Otto. I thought we'd be thrown right into cutscenes. I appreciate the game giving you an opportunity to save if you want to, though, after all that. A new missive. We got a lot of stuff to look at, but we're just gonna immediately talk to Otto.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck, then.
This is everyone? It's like 8 people. It's all the people that have names that matter, I guess.
This, everyone.
Uncle Byron!
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthean records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
Language!
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archae above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off.
Let's make a really tall ladder. Hear me out.
Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
So I have a question.
Thank you.
So right now our worry is like, how do we get up there? We can't fly. Do we not have Phoenix and Bahamut?
Joshua seemed upset.
Did I miss something at some point in the game that was like, oh yeah, Dion and Joshua, they can't like turn into birds and fly us up there even more, even though it would be like really easy and they wouldn't even have to be primed for long? Like, am I missing something? This seems like the easiest solution of all time. Like, hey, Dion, why don't you turn into Bahamut? We'll all like get on your back, get on your legs, whatever. You'll fly us up there, and we'll jump off, and then you'll just turn back, or you'll stay as Bahamut and shoot laser beams, whatever works. Or Joshua, again, turn into a bird, and we'll just fly up you, easy. Like, I don't get how flying is ever an issue for this group of people who can turn into giant flying creatures. It doesn't really make sense to me, and feels like the game is trying to create tension when realistically there should be literally zero tension over this. Oh hey, this is actually slightly better than the sword I currently have. Just very slightly. Still, my best option is the Gutter Damarong. But we need another Dark Steel and 2 Orichalcum. I mean, if it's better, we may as well, right? Even if it's only minor. Can I reinforce it at all to be even better? If I had more clutch mind, then I could. But I do not have the 20 clutch mind I'm lacking. Alrighty then. We have a new missive to read before we go talk to Joshua. Let's go check that out. Yeah, also Shiva can fly. Like, so many of us are capable of flight in so many fashions. I guarantee you, I saw how high up that thing was. I think I got a general idea of how high off the ground was. I'm pretty confident that a freak could just jump it. I'm pretty certain that a freak could just make the jump. Straight up. The Circle of Malleus. A faithful reproduction of an ancient mural depicting the Eikons and their creator Ultima. It is based on both an incomplete tapestry kept by the Undying in Tabor, as well as sketches taken by Joshua in an ancient fortress in Ash, where the mural was most likely used by adherents to the now vanished Malleus faith. Interesting. Man, I am really sad Leviathan isn't in this game. I would have loved a Leviathan fight, fire versus water. A new life. While the going was slow and not without the occasional run-in with some straggling orc, I saw Edda back safe to the Shadow Coast where Mid was waiting kindly with the Enterprise. On the voyage home, I like to think the poor lass opened up a little, telling us about her life and the life she wants for her baby. But I suppose it's up to us now to make certain the little one gets it. Gav. Yeah, also Bahamut could just pick up the Enterprise while people are on the Enterprise and then just drop it on the Mother Crystal. Like, this idea that, like, oh no, he's in the sky, how do we get to him? Makes zero sense to me. Look at that, it's not that high up. A freak could totally jump that.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms, That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings?
That's what I'm saying.
Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god.
Ah, little
Not have
G.
you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their Eikons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
All right, sick. So we're just gonna have Bahamut fly us up there, which makes the most sense. Let's go. I love the idea of Dion being like, "Oh, when the other people prime, they lost control of themselves, right? It's fine. I'm built different."
She's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Bum 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 bum. Hi.
Say your farewells, and let us be gone.
Yeah. Are there any new hunts, though? Let's just go speak with Jill. I want to get to the point where the game says, like, hey, you can go to the Mother Crystal now, which I assume is going to be the end of the game, or really, really close. Open up. Ah, the balcony. Clive and Jill's balcony. This is their balcony. They always love to talk here.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do? Why I have to do it? There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Oh my goodness! Look at them all! What the heck? What the heck, dude? They're everywhere! But there are no new hunts! Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind, video game? Are you insane? Wait a minute. Map. Well. So I assume... It's got it. Look at all these side quests. It has to be. We go here, we finish the game. I imagine. You go to Origin, and then it's main mission until the game is over. Nothing to do over in Waloed. So that just means we need to do the time trials, and we need to do all the side quests, and then we go to Origin and finish the video game. Is what it sounds like to me. Boy howdy, we have a lot of side quests to do, so let's get started. In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. Karen. Alright.
What is it this time, Torgal?
And I will grab that other one as well. In search of a lost tome. Harpocrates? No, Vivian, actually. Reluctant as I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exist ancient texts deemed so injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime, and it was a chance encounter with one such tome, from a distance, that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered. Vivian.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
An inconvenient truth. There's so much. We have so many side quests to do. Holy cow. Many things must be accomplished. And then we still have the, they say, yo, we gotta do something for my uncle, let's go! But then we still have the 7 time trials as well.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved. But such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are 2 key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eikon Ifrit.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Yeah, why not?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world.
Hey!
I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No. Thank you, Clive.
I'm on it. Lucifer, thank you for subbing to Tier 1 for 10 months. 2 months away from a full year. Thank you for the support. Much appreciated.